Just taking a quick look around my Scarp one. I've just pitched in my garden. This is the first time I've had it out since I seam sealed it. I've noticed there's quite a bit of excess. That's the white you can see showing up, but I'm not too bothered about that. I did go over it twice, so I know I got well into the stitching. The poor lad, you can see, maybe just see the line. The seam seal, it's almost invisible. Some people worry that they're going to make a mess of seam sealing, but this is the first time I've done it and it's not really noticeable anywhere. If there's one thing I'm not too sure about with this tent, it's leaving these for the cross poles, leaving these on because if it gets windy. I'm sure they're going to flap about and be a bit of a nuisance, but I can't decide whether to take them off or leave them on. I know some people have taken them off. You can attach them to each other. I can't really do it one-handed, but you can attach them to each other to stop them blowing about so much and really tighten them up. Don't really affect the tent if you do that in any way. Inside, that's one of the porches with my corn clone. Just let me sit inside. You can see this. I'd be more than happy to use this corn cooking inside here. I used to do it in my laser comp, and you can easily pull the ground sheet back if you want, you know, to make more room, but I'd be more than happy to use it as it is. Inside, it's quite hard to show you on film really, but there's absolute bags of room compared with a laser comp. And obviously you've got the other porch as well, which in this other porch, just for a bit of scale, that's a Vaude Trizet 35 plus 8, yeah. There's nothing in it, obviously it'd be a bit bulkier, but fits in there fine. And obviously you'd have you only need to use one of these porches for access. And if that was in fact, let's take this down and have a look how big the porch is fully. So there you see you could easily fit another decent sized rucksack in there. Obviously you're not going to carry 2 rucksacks, but I'm just showing you the kind of room there is. So you've got all that room there, and you could use this one for cooking and for access. There's one thing I'm not sure about with this tent. What are these little hooks for? I can't really seem to fathom out what they're for. We've got a couple of little pockets. It's probably big enough to hold the phone and a few other bits. And one on the other side. You'll see I've put seam seal lines across. Just try and stop sleep mat sliding about. It's really impressive. This is absolutely miles. It's just like acres of room compared to a laser comp. You can sit up without hunching over or anything. I'm sat totally upright, and there's still what, 2 inches to spare. I think I'm about 5'9". So there's absolutely loads of room. Getting in and out's pretty simple. We've got this pitch with just 4 eastern pegs that are supplied. It's dead simple to pitch compared to laser comp as well. I mean, I'm saying laser comp all the time because that's the tent I've used for the previous 2 years. So easiest for me to compare it to. Everything's just simple about it. The crossing poles are a bit of a pain to put on, but you're not going to need those in all but the worse weather. So it's really no issue for me. Well, there's not really much more I can say about it. I ain't got the centre point skylight. Oh, one other thing on this, what don't come as standard. I bought this second hand. It's got midpoint tyres. I can see them being some use when it's really windy, although it's a much less noisier tent than the laser comp overall. I've had it up in garden a few times. First time I pitched it was because it was really windy, and I was really surprised just how little movement and flapping there were. But if that did get to be the case, I use these midpoint tyres, which is 4 altogether, 2 on either side. Vents on top. They don't seem to have too big an opening, but I'm sure they're adequate. They'll cope with a bit of condensation. It's really hard to get an angle to show you its size. All in all, I'm really pleased with it. Tarptent Scarp one. Nice tent.